Good morning and welcome wherever you're watching around the world. Welcome to day 3 of the Predator One Pool Women's Cup. And what a final day of the first round we have for you. First up this morning, FILLER against Yvonne ULLMANN-HYBLER, an all-German affair. And later today, we have Jasmine Ocean opening her account in this year's competition against Christina Zlateva. So let's waste no time. By the way, I just want to introduce you to a fabulous commentator who I've got with me today, and it's Margaret Fileva. Hello. Good morning.
Hello, Mark. Pleasure being here today. Both players are very solid and competitive, so I'm really looking forward for a great match today. For sure, we will enjoy it, and I hope that you guys will enjoy it together with us.
Right, okay, thank you very much for that. Right, we're going to be talking throughout the game, and please share our page, share it around the world, like the page, share it, and join in the conversation on Facebook, and we'll be reading shout outs and all that kind of thing. So, ladies, if I can ask you to, we're going to do the coin toss now. I will ask Yvonne, could you please choose heads or tails?
I take head.
So, Yvonne has chosen heads, so I'm going to do the flip coin. Heads. And it is a head. I hope you heard that. It was a head on my phone app, on my coin flip. Would you like to go first or second, Yvonne? Would you like to go first or second?
I want to start.
Okay. So Yvonne won the toss and she will start, and we're going to get underway. We're ready to go. So good luck, ladies. Let's start this fantastic first round match. Good luck. Please break.
Good luck, everyone.
So we're ready to start this first round match in the Predator One Pool Women's Cup. Final 2 games for you today. Yvonne, breaking off.
I think it's going to be a very exciting match, if you ask me, because both players have quite great performance on the European stage in the last couple of years. So the first dry break here by Yvonne, and
we know what that means. It means 0 points. So we will just go through the scoring system with you. And as you just saw there was a dry break for Yvonne, so she scores 0 points. You must make a ball on the break to carry on, and if you don't take ball in hand, you can make 15 points. If you do take ball in hand, you can make 10 points, but you still will get a point for every single ball you make. Now, although we're playing 10 ball, we're actually playing 9 ball rules, and you can combo the 10 at any time throughout the game. If you took ball in hand, you'll get 10 points for the combo.
Look at this break by Pia.
Yeah.
She definitely trusts herself to break, and it works pretty good. I believe she has to take the ball in hand because she obviously cannot see the 1 ball and play for 10 points in her first inning.
Do you know what I just spotted, Margaret? There's actually a mirror on the wall.
Yeah, it is.
That would put me off, wouldn't it, you?
I actually like it when there are mirrors on the wall in Billiards Academy, especially if you are doing some coaching.
Yeah.
It's very convenient sometimes, so the students could see themselves in the mirror. It's a great idea.
Yeah, I like it for training. I'm not sure I'd like to have it if I was playing an important match like this.
Yeah, but I believe it doesn't bother. It just doesn't bother her. She got used to it already.
Yeah. And we get 2 for the price of 1.
Exactly. Amazing break it was by Pia. Very well controlled.
Already the Facebook is lighting up with messages from people already with us.
Yep.
Go Pia, says Martin Zavala Jr. Robert Tusigant says, I'm watching from Hawaii.
Oh, that's amazing. Hope you guys enjoyed. Yeah, it is.
She's got good technique as well, hasn't she?
Yeah, she obviously does. She has very strong and solid fundamentals, if you ask me.
And I know you've seen her fundamentals up very, very closely because didn't you beat her in the final of something?
No, I don't think it was a final, actually. We played a lot of matches together. My pool journey in European field started in 2012. My first junior world championship. No, actually it was European championship, right, in Germany. And she beat me in quarterfinals. So it was a match for the medal. And after that, I believe that we played a couple of more matches. But yeah, she's a great player and it's always nice to play her.
Actually read somewhere that you beat her in the semi-final of the Portugal Open in 2018.
Oh, right. Yeah, that's true.
You see.
Yeah, you know more about me than I do. That's impressive. You did a really good research on me. The cable is frozen to the cushion, but I believe that with her fundamentals, it shouldn't be a problem.
Yeah,
very good shot. Nice run outs and 10 points for Pia in the first set. And we are back to Yvonne.
Taking an early lead. Both tables look absolutely fantastic.
That's right. I really like the setup of the rooms of both players. Looks amazing. Oh, it looks like a dry break again.
I think she made one in the corner, no? I think she made one in the corner. No.
No, she
didn't go. Oh, it didn't go.
Unfortunately, she didn't. So another 0 points for Yvonne here. Yeah, the break aspect is so important in this format. Because if you cannot find your break, it's very difficult to compete in this format.
Yeah, we've seen, haven't we, in this many matches in this first round of the Predator One Pool Women's Cup that
right.
the break has been so important at the downfall of a few players already.
Yeah, we saw it yesterday. We saw it in the first day. Kelly was struggling so much with her break. Amalia Matas from Spain was struggling as well. And it was a deciding point.
It's a real soft
in the
break,
match.
that one, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So she'll be taking ball in hand, Margaret, here.
Yeah, I think so. Soft break is great. If it works on your table, you obviously should go for it. The only one bad thing about soft break is that if you don't make balls to the side pockets, like as I mentioned before, you don't have chances to make any other balls.
Yeah, it's these 10 points, isn't it? If you can make them consistently, it's so important.
Yeah, and look at the table layout after each soft break. There are not so much problems out there on the table. Yeah, Tubal a little bit tricky because she has to play the 2-9 combination, I believe. She will go for it.
Again tomorrow, of course, in the second round. Is it tomorrow you play? I think it is, right?
Yeah, I play tomorrow at 11 a.m. Central European Summertime against Kibaroglu from Turkey.
That'll be a great game, won't it?
Yeah, it's gonna be a tough match for sure. She's a great player. And talking about the position on the table, to be honest, if the Tubal passes in the bottom left corner pocket, I would play it there. I would not risk and play the combination. But she just does it absolutely perfectly. Beautiful control of the Tubal. She just needs to draw back a little bit to get the position for the 3 to play it in the side pocket. And the rest of the table looks pretty good. What do you think, Mark?
Yeah, I mean, you're the expert on the patterns and the runouts. I mean, you're a fantastic player. I mean, she left that a little bit short.
Yeah, she's a bit short, obviously. Now the 5-ball position could be the problem to get to the 4. I hope she could avoid it.
Yeah, I think she might. It's quite thin, isn't it? The angle on this 3, so I think she might just be able to get around the back of it.
Yeah, it's exactly this situation when you have to judge twice before you shoot it. So how you prefer to do it? You prefer to get a little bit more short, or you prefer to overspeed it? And in this kind of shot, you prefer to overspeed it even. Yeah. Oh, it was a great recovery shot. And she got rewarded. Obviously, this touch with the 4 was really needed.
Yeah, I'm not a believer in one person gets lucky than the other. I think you make your own luck and it all evens itself out, doesn't it, over...
Right, there are so many different opinions about that. Some people say that luck doesn't exist, but we all know that it does, especially in the pool game. There's
I don't like this. I don't like this shot. It's okay.
I think she's...
Yeah, it's perfect. Very focused already, isn't she?
Yeah, she is. I really like her fundamentals. It's very solid. Good to watch her playing. Great stroke.
And of course has a fantastic practice partner as well, husband Joshua Filler, of course.
Yeah.
World champion himself.
Yeah, US Open champion.
Yeah.
China Open champion.
World number 2, I believe.
Well, I'm not sure for the moment, to be honest, because his world ranking is changing quite fast.
Yeah, it's a little bit all over the place, isn't it?
Yeah.
At the moment. Edwin Goodkin says, who's commentating? Well, I'm Mark White and the fabulous, the brilliant Belarusian, actually, Margaret. And I'll never say your surname right. Tell me how to say it right again.
Margaret Fefilova.
Fefilova. There you go. Yeah, Margaret Fefilova.
Mark is always making me blushing. Like during all the time we are doing commentary together. A great run out here by Pia and 10 points for her. So she's leading 20 points to 0. And Yvonne really needs to find her break and get back to action.
Yeah, it's so hard, isn't it? You've been there yourself. You come to the table, you break off, you don't make a ball. Not like a normal game. You don't get another shot. You have to leave. Right. You have to sit down and wait. So she's still cold. She hasn't had any break, any shot other than the break at the moment.
Yeah, that's the most frustrating feeling you can get in this format. When you're breaking dry and then you have to sit down, cool down, and watch your opponent to run out the rack. You just don't have the chance to feel the game, feel the table, and warm up a little bit.
Yeah, as Kelly Fisher described it, brutal.
Yeah, oh, it was a good one.
Great.
She made a ball in the side. Look at the 2-ball. Oh, it might be a problem there. The ball's layout doesn't seem so easy.
It would just be nice though, won't it, for her to get a hand on the table.
Yeah.
Play a pot rather than
obviously
a break. So ball in hand, going for 10 points here. But not an easy 10.
Yeah, the 2 and 8 are just so close to each other, so you have to be very creative. She's checking out all possible angles.
Just looking at her table, can you take a close look at her table? Are they training lines on the table?
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, I think
and I think both of the players have this training lines. Pia also has it on her table, but they're white colors, so they're less visible.
I didn't spot it on the other table, but I've just spotted it on there.
Yeah, it looks great. I mean, it's nice to see it because it means that they're really practicing hard and using like these training lines to set up some drills, and it's always great people to practice.
Can play the combo here, look.
Yeah, I think she will. She doesn't have so much options, to be honest. If she could control the way 2-ball will go after the contact with the 8 and the cue ball, she will be absolutely fine, and I think she will not have any other problems on the table.
Message for you, Margaret, on Facebook. Oh, that was a long way off, wasn't it? Oh, she fluke it. Oh, the white stopped it anyway.
No. So 3 points here for Yvonne.
At least she's on the board. So across to another city in Germany, both German players, of course.
I think it was actually 2 points, right, Mark? Because she made 1 ball in the break, and then she made the 1 ball also.
Yeah,
and she missed the 2-ball. So she gets 2 points here in her 3rd inning, and it's turn for Pia.
Melanie Brunner says, Alf gets Yvonne.
Yeah, it's like come on in German.
Okay. You are so multi-talented.
I know all these phrases because I was playing a lot of European championships, and you know, German team is screaming this so loud all the time. So yeah, I've been experienced that.
And, Edwin Gutkin on the Facebook chat says, now I'm going to try my my other language here. Privet to Margaret from New York City.
Oh, that's so nice. Greetings to everyone. Hope you guys enjoying.
He says thanks for the stream. So yeah, very, very happy to bring you this stream. Send it all around the world. Please like and share it. Share the love. Share this great game of pool. And it's the Predator 1 Pool Women's Cup. Race to 60. Best of 3 sets. Take ball in hand like Pia just did then, and you can make 10 points. If you don't take ball in hand, you can make 15 points. If you break dry or scratch, it's absolutely 0.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so the last score for Yvonne was actually 3 points, so I was right in the beginning, but then I was just confused about the 1 ball.
You're usually right the first time. I don't know why you changed your mind.
Yeah, it's actually
first instincts,
it's
right?
like
yeah.
Exactly. I'm still learning because it's so complicated even when I'm playing. and I have to figure out the position. And sometimes that, like this first decision which comes to your mind, and it's actually a correct one, but then you start just questioning yourself, and then you choose another option, and then you realize that the first one was right actually. So you really need to trust your gut sometimes and just go for this first decision which
absolutely, and you can transfer that to the table as well, right, Margaret? Because sometimes you see a shot, you think, right, that's the shot,
of
then
course.
you have another look, and you see, oh, what about that? Very, very, very important. Yeah, trust your first instinct. So
how about that table, Mark? I think it could be a little bit complicated to get to the 5 ball because it doesn't go to the top left corner because of the 8 ball is blocking. So she has to find a good trajectory to come to the 5.
I think she can draw across, can't she? Draw across with lots of left-hand spin, draw it up towards the 5.
Yeah, she could. The bridge is a little bit uncomfortable because she has to stretch. But as I mentioned before, her fundamentals are solid, so it shouldn't be. Okay. Will she play a combination?
Wow.
5-8 combo?
I think she mishit that, don't you? She can't have played for that combination, surely. This is a tough one.
Yeah, it's not an easy one for sure.
Ed Lidawi, hello from the USA. It's 5 a.m. there. And he says, thanks for the good commentary. You're very, very welcome.
That's amazing that you guys are watching pool at 5 a.m. in the morning. That shows how passionate you are. That's really inspiring. Thank you so much for sharing this passion with us. Oh wow, that was a great effort by Pia.
I didn't think she could get it that thin. Fantastic effort.
So 4 points here.
Yeah, 4 points. Just checking that rack is nice and tight. So important.
Yeah, it's very important. Of course, one of the most important aspects in having a good 10-ball break is to be sure that balls are act so good. Don't have any gaps there.
Have I noticed something here that I think most women that I've seen playing in this tournament are breaking with a rail bridge with their hand on the rail.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I do that as well, you know. That's how I break, because I'm not very good at the loop bridge, and I don't like the open bridge, obviously. Went far down the table. I like to close the bridge to get more power, obviously, and keep the cue down. So, yeah, very, very interesting that. Do you break on the rail as well?
Yeah, I used to, but you know, I just decided to change it a couple of months before. So I decided to improve my break and start to break like from the central spot with closed bridge. Yeah, I'm still learning, you know. I used to break from the rail for a couple of years, and it's difficult to change, but I feel that I need this change. When you're breaking from the rail, when you're breaking from the rail, you obviously feel like you could give more speed to the cue ball, more power, but it's not always a very good control. But it all depends on the feeling, you know. And you always have to adjust to the table, because in some tables, one break works, on another table it will not work. So you have to make some adjustments according to the table.
How long would you say it takes you to get used to a table in a tournament, for example? How many? Obviously, there's practice tables that are supposed to replicate the arena table, for example, but they never do exactly. Of course, you can get 2 tables exactly the same. How long would you say it takes you to get used to a table in a tournament?
Well, usually I try to practice before the match. We are given like 30 minutes before the match. Okay. So for both players to warm up a little bit, and I just try to feel the claw speed, the way cushions react, and try to make few breaks to see if it works. If not, you obviously have to change the side or do some adjustments.
Yeah.
Usually if you play 9 ball, let's say it's 9 on the spot, you should check if the wing ball goes to the corner pocket. If it doesn't, you have to switch to cut break and try to make the 1 in the side. Probably you have to switch the side. So there are so many aspects which you have to count when you are. Oh wow, look at that one.
Yeah, and although she didn't, it's obviously not a nomination game. Although we're playing 10 ball, so no nomination needed.
Yeah, we are playing 10 ball, but it's 9 ball rules, so there is no call shot, as you guys noticed already. So if you flick the ball, it still counts. And also one very interesting thing we didn't mention before, if you make a 10 ball from the break, it counts as 15 points.
Yes, I'm so glad you're here again, because I always forget to mention something in the rules. And
yeah, it's okay. That's why we are together.
Yeah. Good time to mention, of course, thanks to the One Pool team for putting this event on. Miriam especially for sitting in the background there, making everything work, the scores and the pictures and everything you're seeing. One big team here at One Pool, which we're glad to be a part of. Of course, Margaret is even playing in the tournament as well. She's got the best of both worlds.
Yeah, Margaret is multitasking.
Yeah, look at that first shot. That was brilliant, that shot.
That was amazing. Really good stroke. Awesome cue ball control.
Ed Lidawi, the guy that's up at 5 a.m. in the States, he's actually just closed and cleaned his pool room, his billiard club. What's it called then, Ed? We want to know what it's called. And where is it? We're always interested in anything to do with pool. I remember Margaret when I was, I guess, around 18. I was working in a snooker hall, and we had 17 full-size tables, snooker tables, and I used to clean them twice a day, all of them.
Yeah, I can't imagine like how some players like to play in slippery, dirty cloth. I always try to keep my cloth as new as possible, balls are clean. Oh, what a bad miss here by Yvonne. She was playing for 10 points and now she's getting 8, unfortunately.
Must have taken her eye off the pot, do you reckon?
Right. And let's see this great soft break by Pia.
This is beautiful to watch, isn't it? Just watch this.
It's really well controlled. It's obviously, you can see that she was practicing it. She trusts it completely. Look how slowly the balls go into the side pockets. Yeah,
it's like a ballet.
Yeah.
You know, a synchronized swimming almost. You know, everything just splaying out beautifully. Fantastic. Yes, Simon Felice, we're live now. They're playing live right this minute. And Ayaz Gul says, I'm waiting for my pool hall to open. It's called Rendezvous. And in an hour, I will be romancing with my table. What a lovely expression. So ball in hand for Pia. see where she wants the cue ball.
Yeah. To be honest, for me, it's so nice to watch all these girls playing again, watch them in action, because the last time we all saw each other was in February. It was the last tournament for me and for mostly of the European players before the pandemic started. It's just nice to be back in action, nice to see all of them playing again.
Yeah, I get the feeling that I mean, I'm sure the men's is as well, but the women just seem all so friendly and like one big family. You're all like going for the same thing. You're striving for the same thing.
Yeah.
Do you ever share tips with each other? Or I don't mean cue tips. I mean, you know, training tips or anything like that? Or is it strictly friendship?
No, I don't think so. I don't think that any of women on the tour actually mix the relationship, like opponent's relationship and also personal relationship, because you have to be very strict with dividing these roles, because on the table you're opponents, obviously, and then when you get off the table you could be friends. Some people are really struggling playing with their friends because they just can't do it because of the emotions.
Yeah, and I've done it a few times, obviously not at the high standard like you have, but in local tournaments and stuff. And when you're drawn against a really good friend, one that you play against all the time for fun, all of a sudden you've got this tournament atmosphere with them, and it's just, oh, and she's missed a 7.
Yeah, very unfortunate miss for her. She made a really good position for the 8, so 6 points for her. 6 points for Pia.
Yeah.
And she's ahead.
Plays 11.
Yeah. She has a good, quite comfortable lead in this first set. And we start the 5th inning.
Yeah, race to 60. Best of 3 sets. What do you think of the length of the race? Pretty good? A good number to race to? And that's just a dry break, by the way.
Yeah, another dry break here by Yvonne. Very unfortunate, because it was a good chance to take closer with the score to Pia. Now she has to cool down again and just watch Pia running out in a wreck, if her break is going to work the same way as it did before. So you were asking me about the amount of points, right?
Yeah, what do you think of the race? The amount of points, it's about right. I think it's a nice little number. Not too long, not too short.
Yeah, I think so. Of course, it depends on every player's rhythm, because every player is different. Some are faster, some are slower. Oh, look at that. It's like a dry break. Very unexpected. So guys, we have 0 points here for the dry break. We want to remind you that if a player breaks dry or scratches from the break, it's 0 points. And turn for your opponent. So yeah, Mark, I think race to 60 points, best of 3 sets is a very good race. It's usually take 1 hour and a half in average time. Yeah. There are exceptions sometimes. Oh, look, she lost the cue ball completely on the break, but
she's got a shot. Look, she's got a shot on the 1.
It turned out pretty good.
Yeah.
Look at the cue ball position and the 1 ball. And she could go for 15 points. I would do that. She really needs it. She really needed to get a little bit closer to Pia. And Pia was breaking first.
Yeah.
And as we know in this format, each player must have equal amount of break shots. I really like the table layout. I mean, make the one in the corner and then slowly roll it. Play a 3 ball in the bottom right corner, which is closer to the camera, right? And 4 ball is pretty open also. Then the one tricky shot could be from the 4 to the 5, but it's still manageable.
Yeah, stole a bit on the pocket there, didn't she, to straighten it up a little bit. Very well played, that shot. Beautiful.
Yeah. Really good stroke, and she's going for 15 points if she's going to finish this track because she didn't take ball in hand.
Questions you have about the format or the rules that we're playing, you're more than welcome to send us a message, let us know, and we will answer it for you. Any questions on technique, please direct towards Margaret. Yeah, it's nicely played, isn't it?
Yeah, it was a good one. Now she really needs to find a good way to get to the 5 ball. Maybe if she could play just follow shot, 2 cushions, and play the 5 on the top left corner pocket.
Just to answer your question, Ayazgul, if you scratch, it doesn't matter if you make balls or not. Only legal shots score points, so you'll score 0 if you pop 2 balls on the break. If you scratch, you still get 0 points, of course. Same as a real game, really. You only get a point for a legal shot.
So 3 points here for Yvonne.
Yeah, she was on a 15 as well, wasn't she?
Yeah, it was really tricky to get the position from 4 to the 5, and I believe that she focused too much on the position, so she just didn't make the 4. It wasn't easy, obvious.
Guessing that's their home. And I'm also guessing that they, like some couples, they have a his and hers bathroom. Well, they've got a his and hers pool table. They've got one each, look.
Yeah, it's so amazing. Seriously, when a couple is sharing the same passion, what can be better? And yeah, they're both great guys.
I just think it's so lovely traveling around the world with the love of your life and the other love of your life, It's just,
it's amazing.
It's fantastic, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. And they can help each other, they can improve together, help each other in the training process. That's great.
Yeah, during matches, it's nice to have somebody in your corner, so to speak, as well, isn't it? Somebody that can offer you a little bit of advice or a little bit of encouragement when you need it. I'm not necessarily talking about coaching, just a little bit of, a little bit of love or a little bit of affection. And come on, darling, it's okay.
Look at the position. She got too far on the 2, and I'm not sure if she could play it in the bottom right corner.
I think it passes the 9, doesn't it, Margaret?
Well, she's checking it. I'm not sure.
And even if it does, it's not easy to get on the 3, is it, from there, if she does? Draw out and draw over and back over again, I guess, off the side rack.
Yeah, it's absolutely the wrong angle to get to the 3, so it's gonna be a challenge for her, that's for sure. And look at the 9 ball, we can see, like, according to these training lines on her table, that the 9 ball is like the crossing first and second diamond. So I don't really think that 2 ball passes through the 9 ball if it's in that spot.
maybe our first instinct isn't always right. I think this must be so close. I think she thinks it goes off one of the jaws of the pocket, and if you were straight behind it, it would be a lot easier, but she's not, is she? She's got that horrible little angle, and she's quite close to it as well, so it's not a straightforward shot. This, I think she's going for it. She needs to play it with a bit of pace as well, I think, because she needs to get on the 3. You were right. You were absolutely right, Margaret. It didn't. So your judgment with the training lines was absolutely right. Yeah, so happy to have 2 of us here. Our little tasks. I'm just looking at the information. Well done, Margaret. So ball in hand for Yvonne. So 2 down the side round, 3 waiting, just by her left hand there.
She's got a good angle on the 4, I believe. The 5 ball looks a bit tricky. I don't think it passes through the 9 ball, actually. She has to find a way to get the position to the 5, to another pocket. But probably it does, you know, it's so like, it's so difficult sometimes to judge the position on the table according to the camera view we have.
It's okay, I think she can cue to the side of it.
Yeah, she's checking it out.
Looks tight though, doesn't it, Margaret? Looks very tight.
It does. Probably she could play it a little bit to the rail, cheat the pocket just a bit. And, you know, if the cloth is new, it should go. You always have to know your table, how it reacts. And then you can decide if you could take a risk and take for this shot, go for this shot, or you just, I think she's going for it. She was checking it out, and
Thing is, she needs a little bit of pace on it, Margaret. She needs to get the cue ball out for the 7, doesn't she?
yeah,
she
but
can't
I
just
think
run it, drop it in. She's drop it in slow.
yeah, I think in this situation you can just play soft stop shot, and even if the cue ball will be close to the cushion, the most important is to make the 5 ball in this situation, obviously.
Even caught that, and that was the problem, wasn't it? You see?
Yeah, she decided to fall through it, and she hooked herself. Very unfortunate.
If she would have hit it much harder, I think she wouldn't have made the pot anyway. So I think she was trusting to luck just a little bit there. But this is 9 ball rules, so come on then, Margaret, what are you going to do here?
Of course, I would try to kick the ball. Probably I would go 2 rails, to be honest.
can't see how she can go one round. Yeah, she had to go two.
Yeah, she had to go two.
So 6 points.
6 points here for Yvonne, right? And we are back to Pia.
So did you get this break, Kelly? Again. Oh,
Look at
where's the cue ball?
Yeah. She definitely loves the cue ball control on this break, so it's 0 points for her.
Yeah, so she stays on 32, of course.
And it's a great chance for Yvonne to get closer in the score.
Thank everyone for joining us here on one pool for the Predator Women's Cup. And we're on the final day of the first round. Tomorrow starts the second round. And the lady with me in commentary will be playing tomorrow. Later today, we have Jasmine Ocean against Christina Zlateva.
It looks like a dry break, doesn't it?
It is.
It is. Right, so 0 points here for Yvonne. And Pia is ready to break. Let's see if she could calm down the nerves a little bit and go back to her very well controlled soft break.
She's not really doing anything wrong, is she? The stroke is good. Maybe she's just that tiny little bit off.
Yeah, it was a good hit. Really good one.
And it's one of those breaks, Margaret, isn't it? That when you're hitting it beautifully, when you're hitting it perfect, you can predict what's going to happen. But if you just don't quite hit that soft break perfectly, then you think,
yeah,
should I go a bit harder, you know? Well over 100 people watching us wherever you're watching this. Thank you for joining us here on the Predator One Pool.
That's amazing.
Women's Cup. It's fantastic, isn't it? Of course, yesterday.
That's awesome, right?
Yeah, 2 Americans last night. I don't know whether you caught the game between Monica Webb and Jennifer Beretta. What a shootout that was. Fabulous
yeah,
game.
What an exciting battle it was yesterday between these two players. They almost gave us a heart attack watching that.
Yeah.
It was brilliant. They went to the decider in the second set, and in the end of the day, Jennifer beat Monica 2-0.
Yeah, and it's what we were just talking about, you know, the camaraderie between the ladies, and they really were having a lot of fun. And even when Jennifer had won enough points for the set, she was still carrying on. She wanted to finish. She was a bit of a show, you know, showing off, a little bit flamboyant, great personalities. Yeah. It really was great entertainment, and that's what it's all about, right?
Yeah, it's always great to see Jennifer playing. She's very competitive, obviously a fighter mentally, and it's just awesome to see her playing. She's such an inspiration for many young players I know. And we have kids in our pool academy who are looking up on her, and they just admire her, the way she plays.
I actually mentioned you in the commentary on more than one occasion regarding her stance, and really has a fantastic stance.
Yeah, she has great fundamentals. Yeah. That's for sure.
And we don't want to bore you with talking of fundamentals all the time, but you know, you can never put too much importance on them, can you? Because it's you can, as we spoke, you know, you can have everything else in the game, but if you don't have that, then nothing else will work.
Very important. very important point.
It gives you lots of reference points. It's just reference points, like when you're in a high pressure situation, when the pressure is really on, you need those strong fundamentals, right? If I just do this, do this, do this.
Exactly.
Keep that.
I absolutely agree with you. And if you are focusing on your fundamentals during the high pressure situation in the game, it helps you to get over these nerves, and you just focus on what you have to do technically, and you don't think too much about, you don't overthink and put yourself in even more stressful position. You just focus on the stroke, on what you have to do technically, and it brings you so much benefits.
I'm not sure what that noise is in the background, but it sounds like somebody's got the vacuum cleaner out.
Yeah, probably it's somewhere.
Don't worry, the players can't hear it.
Yeah, probably.
Maybe the workmen have turned up. So nice position here, 7 down the rail, automatic position onto the 8. There's some work going on somewhere, isn't there?
Great shot here, nice stroke, but unfortunately she got a little bit too short here on the 8 ball. But I think she will be fine. She can find a way to get the position to the 9 ball. I'm not sure if she could avoid the contact with the 10. But even if she will find this 10 ball kick,
she could use it, couldn't she?
She could use it. Yeah, she could control the cue ball of this 10 ball. Most important is focus on, oh yeah, she could avoid it. It was beautiful shot.
Had to cue that so well, didn't she, Margaret?
Right. Very good control shot. Not an easy one, obviously.
There's a few comments going around talking about the 10 ball there. Which rule do you prefer? Do you prefer the 10 ball last ball, or do you prefer 10 ball anytime?
Can you repeat it again?
Like here, this if you combo the 10 at any time or carry the 10 in, then you win straight away. But the new rule now is it's got to be the last ball. What do you just wondered what your comments were on that as a player?
Yeah, first of all, wanted to say that it's 10 points for Pia.
Yep, sorry.
Because she took ball in hand, and we are back to Yvonne. And about the 10 ball rules, the current WP rules we have is that obviously the 10 ball has to be pocketed the last ball, but here in this 1 ball format, we are playing 9 ball rules. So there is no call shot, and you can make 10 ball as a combination. So if you make it with ball in hand, it's 10 points. And if you didn't take ball in hand and you make the combination, it's 15 points. And also, if you make 10 ball from the break, it's 15 points automatically. And dry break by Yvonne, we just saw while I was explaining the rules.
Yeah,
and it's 0 points, guys. If you dry break or if you scratch from the break, it's 0 points. And we are back to Pia.
Giving that cue ball clean. Wants a nice clean contact for this very, very soft break that she does.
Yeah, very important to be sure that balls are clean, cue ball is clean, so she doesn't want to have any extra kick because of that.
And the noise has stopped. Oh, look at this for a break. If the
Looks
two doesn't
really
go in the
good.
way, that's perfect, isn't it? Look at this. She can go for 15 here. She can go for a predator pounce or a no picky uppy.
Yeah, I would go for 15 points here, if you ask me. But on the other hand, she has a pretty comfortable lead over Yvonne, so if she doesn't feel so comfortable here playing from the position, she could take ball in hand and secure 10 points, and she will go ahead 50 to 20, which is a big difference, huge difference. That's what she's doing.
.22-year-old Pia Filler, great future in front of her, of course. Already a great player. And I must say that the women's game is in a very, very strong and great place now.
Yeah, I believe that women's European field and world field in general grew up so much in its level the last couple of years, especially European players, I would say.
Yeah, and I think a big reason for that, and you can tell me if I'm wrong, I think it's all down to, and I'm sure women have got so much more discipline with this. They are from a younger age now, you are learning the fundamentals versus so many academies.
Yeah, that's
up.
right. It's very important.
It's great to see.
Yeah, and I know that, I'm running a billiard school here in Belarus, and if you can take girls separately to guys, little boys are coming to practice, and then little girls are coming to learn how to play, and girls are always so much more disciplined, so much more focused. That's amazing. It's just so big difference.
Yeah, totally agree with you. I mean, I can remember a few years ago when I was playing snooker, and then I would go and play the odd game of pool every now and then, maybe once or twice a week.
Yeah.
And I would be playing against players who had no fundamentals whatsoever.
Mm-hmm.
And, even back then I could hold my own against them because I had the fundamentals, and when they were missing, they didn't know why, and both their legs were bent and they were wobbling all over the place. They're very wristy. There was too much movement in the back arm, very, very quick feathering of the cue ball. It was. Now just watching you ladies, it's so inspiring and so fantastic to see that you're paying so much attention to them.
It's great to hear it because it's really very important, and I wish more players would pay enough attention to fundamentals.
I mean, obviously, I don't know every single male and I don't know every single female player,
mm-hmm.
But I would guess there are lots more ladies with better fundamentals than there are men, because I think you pay attention to detail more, and you, like yourself, you are certainly a real student of this game. You're not just playing it for a bit of fun, you're studying it like a subject. It's like becoming a doctor or something of your profession,
it really is. Yeah. It really is a profession already on this level, and the only one way to get better is improve every single day. Always be hungry for learning. That's actually one of the main aspects in growing up, in my opinion, of course. Yeah. And Pia is going for 10 points here. Looks like a good run out.
She lost the cue ball, didn't she? She jumped up there. She didn't really go through the ball. She was almost on her way around the table to take the 10 before she had finished the 9.
She obviously created a little bit more extra angle. She didn't want it. Now she has to cut the 10 ball to the side, which is really tough shot because how close the 10 ball and the cue ball are to each other.
It's makeable though.
Yeah, it definitely is.
Oh, played it quite speedy as well, didn't she, Margaret?
Yeah, she did. So 9 points here for Pia. And let's see Yvonne.
Yeah, we were just talking about the women's game and stuff. And Kevin Ray Lazaro says, great commentary. Margaret has great fundamentals too. She is inspiring and very helpful, giving us the insight into the player's mind. So there you go. You're inspiring people, even with your commentary.
That's my goal.
Absolutely. And it's mine too. We are working towards a common goal here on one ball.
Exactly. We're sharing the same passion, and it's a big pleasure to share this passion during these tough times and spread it all over the world with you guys. So stay tuned with us. We will be here till Sunday with this amazing tournament, and we're gonna have so many great matches.
Yeah, we got Thursday, of course, tomorrow, and Friday with the next round, and then Saturday we have the 2 semi-finals for you, and then the final, the big showdown on Sunday.
Right.
Who will lift the Predator Women's Cup, the Predator One Pool Women's Cup? Who is going to hold that trophy?
Yeah, that's very exciting.
I just want to know how they're going to get the trophies to the places in time. They're not going to know who wins, are they? It won't be a live presentation, that's for sure.
Yeah, it's going to be a live presentation, I think, the same that it was in men tournaments.
Oh, okay. But do they have replica cups?
But no, it's actually a real cup made by one of the event sponsor. Very great factory, which makes prizes. And I believe that the cup is going to be shipped directly to the winner.
Wow, that's impressive.
It really is.
Here comes Miriam. Oh, she's missed it. She played the commentators. Sorry, I looked away for a second there.
No, it's okay. She's still in. That's what matters. She has a bit tricky situation here because how close the 3 ball to the side pocket, so she cannot make it to the corner without avoiding scratch the side pocket, obviously.
She's banking it. She tried it off the back of this. Oh, she nearly flew the temple.
So 4 points here for Yvonne. And we are back to Pia's table. Watch at this break, guys. Pia is definitely trusting her soft break, and it's such an amazing to watch it. Like the way the 2 balls behind the 1 go into the side pockets, how slowly. Look at the 4 ball. Beautiful break.
She's got a shot on the 1, but I don't think she'll take it. She'll take ball in hand when she gets to the position with the 2.
Yeah, she only needs 9 points. I mean, already 8 because she made 1 ball on the break. So we want to remind you that it's raised to 60 points. Best of 3 sets.
124.
Yeah, so she made 1 ball in the break and she only needs 8 balls to win the first set and to take 1-0 lead in this match against Yvonne. Obviously, she decides to take ball in hand. It doesn't make sense to risk for her in this position, obviously. And that ball's layout doesn't look so easy in this last track.
A couple of little tricky ones, isn't there?
Yeah. But as soon as she figures out the position from the 2 to the 3, the rest of the table looks quite open. I don't think it's going to be any obvious troubles for her. Just the key shot of the rack is right now, I believe.
Still well over 100 people engrossed in this first round match. Last day of the first round matches here.
So stay with us, guys. Later this afternoon, 4 p.m. Central European Summer Time, we're gonna have great match. Jasmine Ocean against Kristina Zlateva. So it's
Points.
2 points for Pia, right?
Yeah, takes it to 53. So she's not in any danger yet, though, really. Way back now, isn't she, at the moment, Yvonne?
Yeah, she's got quite comfortable lead at the moment. She's up 53 to 24. And Yvonne really needs a good break right now to get a little bit closer in the score.
Oh, didn't go.
And it looks like dry.
Dry, yeah. Just missed both side
Very
pocket balls, didn't she?
Yeah. The 5 and 7 didn't find the way to the side pockets, so it's 0 points here for Yvonne. And we are back to Pia.
Another chance, needing just 7 this time, Margaret.
Yeah, she just needs 7 balls to win the first set.
This beautiful break here. No movement of the head, no movement of any other part of her body.
Oh, that was beautiful.
Beautiful, wasn't it?
Look at the 2 ball. It's okay. She's fine. So now she only needs 5 balls.
Really has stood the test, hasn't it, in this first set? Match by no means over yet, of course, though. Best of 3 sets.
So ball number 5 will be the winning ball for Pia in this first set.
Yeah, just a little bit more work to do to set the 3 down there, isn't it?
Yep.
So just get a good angle on this 4 ball after the 3. Up for the 5, and she's over the winning line to take the first set. Presuming she does run out here, Margaret, how would you describe the first set in a few words?
Well, it was really exciting to watch, to be honest. A little bit sad for Yvonne because of her break, and I think it really made a big difference in the score. All those dry breaks she had. But Pia's break worked perfectly during all match. She only had 2 dry breaks, according to the statistics, so you know, this format.
Yeah.
It's 80% about the break. Very important. And it's what makes a difference.
Yeah, if you don't make a ball, of course, you don't get another shot. Not like the normal game.
Yeah, I'm not sure if she realized that it's the last ball, or she's checking how to get from 5 to the 6 to get the position, but she only needs to make it to win the first set.
Playing it with left-hand English, just mind the cue ball.
Oh no, she missed it. I'm not sure if she knew that it's the last ball because she played it with the English, and probably she wanted to get the position to the 6.
Yeah, I honestly thought she was playing it with the opposite English to hold it to the rail, but she wasn't. She was actually playing position, wasn't she, on the 6?
Yeah.
So maybe one of her friends can tell her that she only needed 1 whole point. She stays on 59 now.
So it's all about the next break for her. If she makes at least 1 ball in the break, she wins the first set. And I think it's another dry break here by Yvonne. Yeah, it's dry.
Yeah.
0 points, and Pia has 1 more chance to finish the first set. She only needs 1 point to make 1 ball in the break, and she's up 1-0 in the first match.
And deservedly so, I think. She's broken so much better. And as Christian Arias says, dry breaks have been the difference this whole tournament so far, to be honest, he says.
Yeah, and she makes the
there
last
it is.
ball.
Yeah.
Well done. So we finished the first set.
So 1-0 to Pia FILLER against Yvonne ULLMANN-HYBLER.
And we want to remind you that we have alternate break here. So Pia, Yvonne was breaking first in the first set, right? In the first one. So we have Pia breaking now.
Yeah, so Pia FILLER straight on with set number 2, leading by 1-0. Quite a convincing win as well in that first set. Yvonne really does need to get her break working, doesn't she, Margaret?
Right.
Into that cue ball, get the grease off, get any little bits of chalk off. Doesn't even want to touch it. Look, puts it down with a cloth. It's like a NASA operation, this is. Keep everything pristine, clean.
Yeah, it's very important.
Yeah.
Let's see this break now. Looks beautiful.
It's reliable as ever, right?
Look at the ball's layout. Oh, the 2 ball got a little bit too close to the 5. But I believe with ball in hand, she can solve this problem quite easily. The tricky part is to get from the 2 to the 3 from the angle which is it now, but probably with ball in hand, she could open up 2 and 5 a little bit and move the 5 a little bit closer to the side pocket, and like this she will have a good angle to get from 2 ball to the 3. Let's see what's in her mind, because it's really difficult to judge from this camera angle. And of course, the player always sees the table differently.
That's another fascination with this game, isn't it? I mean, you can get four people to look at this situation now, and you might get 3 different answers of what you would do next.
Yeah.
And Mehmet is getting very, very frustrated on Facebook. He's saying, come on, Yvonne, sort that break out. Focus your mind on the break, he says. Yeah, she needs to do something for sure.
Yes, we discussed, I think we are discussing it in every match. We are doing commentary together, right? That if the break doesn't work, you really have to change something. You really have to make adjustments.
She's playing the carom here, I think, you know.
I think she's going to bank it.
On the 5. You think so?
I think she's going to bank it to the side pocket. Right. Looks like a smart choice. I would do the same, I think. Yeah, really nice. Oh, no.
Missed it.
She missed it, but it was a great effort.
2 points.
Yep.
So
10 points to start for Pia. And we're back to Yvonne. And let's see if she could make some adjustments to her break and if it will work a little bit better in the second set, because she really needs it. Looks like she lost the cue ball. She didn't hit the rack really straight, so that was the result. Yeah. So 0 points for Yvonne. I really love that Pia is cleaning the cue ball before every rack. She's making sure that the cue ball is cleaned, so she will avoid any not necessary kicks.
Table's looking beautiful, isn't it? Look at that. The table is looking
it's so beautiful. I wish this break. I seriously wish this soft break works on my table, because it's just so different on every table, and it depends on the balls. If set of the balls is new or it's a bit older. Also the magic rack. There are so many aspects which affect table break. It's hard to count all of them.
Yeah, I guess that's the thing I really miss about, you know, this pandemic has done, is it does deprive two people of playing on the same table. That it's, I mean, of course, this is a great format and it's the best of in times like this, it's the best possible solution that you can have. But I would love to see you break on this table. That's what I'm saying. I would love to see you walk through that door at the back now. Make sure you take your phone with you, though, because I need you on commentary. And, you know, just have a soft break on that and see if it has the same effect for you, see how it feels for you. Okay, so John Gaddy is asking, what are the rules that govern this game? Well, we're playing 10 ball, John, but we're actually playing 9 ball rules, and it's alternate break. You make a ball on the break, don't take ball in hand, run the table for 15 points. You get a point for every ball if you miss anywhere along the way. And then if you break, make a ball, but have to take ball in hand. Oh, and she's missed the 3 ball there. That's a bad miss, isn't it? I think it's 4 points. So if you take ball in hand, you get the chance to go for 10 points. And if you dry break or scratch on the break, it's absolutely 0, nothing. You can combo the 10 anytime, and that's worth 10 or 15 points, depending on whether you took ball in hand. And there's another dry break there from Pia, so she's still, from Yvonne, still struggling with her break in this second set. So we're going to go straight back over to Pia. was only joking about you going to Germany. You haven't gone to Germany, have you, Margaret? Are you still there? Just lost Margaret for a few seconds.
It's okay.
Sorry.
I
Oh,
was
there you
just
are.
like, yeah, I was just checking on the score. So the current score is Pia is leading she's leading 6 points to 0. Her first inning was 2 points, and the second inning she got 4 points. And Yvonne had 2 dry breaks. Very unfortunate for her. And we all know how frustrating it could be when you're having those dry breaks over and over again, right, Mark?
Absolutely. Well, I know it all too well. I mean, not that I'm playing it. I'm sat here and I feel the frustration and I feel the pain that comes with so many dry breaks in a row. And we've seen it with the best in the world, don't forget. So she's just taken ball in hand there, Pia. So she began for 10 points. Yeah, I mean, we've seen some great players, haven't we, struggle with the break.
Yeah. I'm really excited for the next match of today, which is Jasmine Ocean and Kristina Zlateva, because Jasmine obviously has really, really good 10-ball break, and she has amazing table setup. It's just such a pleasure watching her playing, and you guys will enjoy it for sure.
You have whetted my appetite for this. I cannot wait for it.
Yeah, me neither. I'm so excited.
Are you going to be practicing or are you going to be playing? Watching, sorry.
Yeah, I will be practicing, but I will probably set up the laptop so I could practice and take an eye on the match, because it's really exciting.
I wonder if that's Joshua laying on the sofa there. Look, I bet it is, you know. Relaxing, watching his wife play. Must be watching on the laptop because I don't think he can see from the angle he's at.
Yeah, it's hard to say. Probably he's watching on the laptop or tablet, and he's informing her about the score probably.
You're watching
it's always lovely to see those guys because they're such a team, you know, and they're just great. As we mentioned before, it's always nice when partners are sharing the same passion.
They're proud.
Yeah,
do a little test, Margaret. I'm going to do a little test.
Yeah, sure.
When she's played this shot, when she bends down to play the shot, I'm going to say, Joshua, if you're listening, wiggle your left foot.
I don't think he is.
No. No, he's not.
No, I don't think he is, because probably he is just focused on the match. Because I believe he is also like a coach for Pia, so he has to take an eye on the table and then just look at all those little mistakes she's probably doing and then figure it out later after the match and work on them, because it's, oh wow, that was really close. So 5 points for Pia, and she's currently leading 11-0 in the second set. As you can see, Yvonne changed the side from where she was breaking. She switched, and let's see how it's going to work this time. It looks good. No, unfortunately, like the 8-ball looked like it's going to the side, but it didn't.
Look at that cluster of 3. Look at the 1, the 7, and I think it's the other ball there. Look, if she'd have got it.
It doesn't look good, obviously.
No, I'm not sure whether it's, I don't know, maybe it's the rack. Maybe she's not striking it sweetly. I'm not sure. But least she's trying something different. She's moved the cue ball there as she spotted Margaret. So at least she's trying
it's
to
very
do something.
important. Of course. I think it's just the difference on her table, because the soft break obviously doesn't work on her table, because you can see how two balls which are behind the one always traveling more far. You know, they're traveling higher than the side pocket. It means that she has to actually break harder. But you know, it's just so different on every table.
But has she tried a really soft break yet? Have you noticed? Yvonne, I mean?
Yeah, I think she did. But the thing is that she loses a cue ball control quite often. So she doesn't hit the rack so square.
Yeah. I mean, in all the racks I've seen since I've been commentating on this, it's the straight on, full on break, medium pace, I would say, soft to medium, seems to work the best on most of the tables. I'm not saying all the tables. I mean, I watched Par yesterday afternoon, and she really struggled with the break. And they were saying that it was an old cloth on the table. It's been on over a year, and it's very worn, and the balls are very worn. And so all these little factors go together, right?
Yeah, that's for sure. So Pia is playing for 10 points here.
Yeah, always nice to get the feedback from the people watching, and we've got Robert Worthy watching. Lovely. Let us know where you're watching from, Robert, would you? Always nice to know. He's got an opinion on the scoring system. He's saying that he thinks 0 points on the break isn't fair if you don't make a ball.
Well, I have my opinion about that, if you don't mind me saying that. I think that if you didn't make the ball from the break, or you scratched and you still continue, that is not fair, because the break shot is very important shot when you're playing a real match. And let's say you're playing a real match against the opponent and you scratched. So opponent takes ball in hand and it's his turn. He runs out. And here is the same thing. If you failed on the break, you just go back to your chair and you watch your opponent running out the rack. So it makes this format very exciting and very close to a real thing, you know, especially for the players. So I think it's probably the most fair format you could get in the Ghosts format.
So there you go, Robert, from one of the top female players in the world.
10 points for Pia, and she's up 21-0 in the second set.
Really, really, and don't forget she's getting colder and colder.
Yeah.
Oh, she almost scratched there, but she's made a ball. And she's got a shot on the one. Has she go on cue ball? No, she hasn't. So she'll have to take ball in hand, but at least she gets some time at the table now. So ball in hand. For Yvonne ULLMANN-HYBLER. Both players from Germany. So at last she gets her hand on the table. Really has
I think for her. Yeah, sorry.
No, I'm sorry. I thought you weren't here. I just read your messages. Okay,
I'm sorry. Yeah. It's all right. I'm back.
That's good.
So I was saying that it's very important for her to get back to the table and to feel a stroke again, because she had a couple of dry breaks in a row, so she wasn't supposed to even get this feeling of playing. So it's just nice to be back for her.
Fortunately, though, look, she's not left herself very nice on this 3 ball. She caught the 10 ball playing the 2. And I'm not even sure she can see this. Of course, if this was a normal game playing against your opponent, you would maybe play a nice safety here behind the 7, but there's not that option, or not the 7, whatever it is, the 5. There's not that option here. She's got to create something. She's got to go for it. It's right-hand English. Yeah, didn't get enough. She didn't swerve it enough, did she?
Yeah, I think so. So it's 3 points for her, right?
Yeah, she's got 3, and at least she's on the board now. And you never really feel that like you're in the game until you do get some points on the table, on the scoreboard.
And where's this break, guys? We had really amazing break during all match, and let's see how it works now. Look at how slowly the 5 ball goes to the side pockets and the balls lay out on the table. That's just beautiful.
It's almost like you're watching normal speed, and then as soon as she hits the ball, the camera slows down to show you slow motion. Absolutely beautiful.
Yeah, exactly.
I think if you try to play a slow motion replay of that break, it would take about 5 minutes to show it.
Yeah, I was just about to mention that her breaks looks like break of Coping Tune in 10 ball, but in slow motion.
Great minds, hey?
So she takes ball in hand and goes for 10 points.
Robert's got a reply to you. He's saying, but most of the time in this format, the players take ball in hand anyway. And Richard says, when you watch Justin Bergman play, and see what happens when some breaks go well in the game, it really shows how important a break is.
Of course, because opponents can punish you for the bad break. And it's how it's supposed to be, especially on the high level. That's why top players always pay so much attention on break shot practice routine.
Yeah, I mean,
because it's what makes a difference on the high level.
And as you said, Margaret, I mean, we're watching pro players here, right? And it is an integral part of the game. You know, it's a very, very important part of the game. It's like saying, oh, I don't know, I'm a footballer, but I can't kick it that far, or I can't, you know, you need to be able to do every single facet of the game. Or no, I can't throw the ball in, or I can't tackle, or I can't do one thing that a footballer has to do. Well,
yeah,
you know,
exactly.
you have to do every single part to become a great player. That is what becoming a great player is. You train yourself to do the things that you can't do. It's not the things that you can do well that you have to practice so much. It's the things that you don't do well.
Yeah, very well said, Mark.
And I've got a question here actually for Miriam. Miriam's the only one that can deal with this particular request. And Sebastian Bock is asking, he wants a favour. He said, could you just turn the sound on for Pia's break, for Pia's next break or one of her breaks, so that we can hear the sound it makes?
So, sorry to interrupt you. It was 6 points for Pia. Unfortunately, she missed those 7 ball. And yeah, we are back to Yvonne. And about switch on the sound, I don't think it's actually possible because Pia has to mute herself, and when it's a little bit too noisy in the club, it could really affect the stream. So yeah, Another dry break here.
Suffering, right?
Yeah, really frustrating to watch that because I know how it feels when the break doesn't work. It just makes you feel so bad.
Maybe it's a good thing that Yvonne's microphone isn't on as well. Yeah, that's an interesting point actually from Richard. Richard Diegler, I think you say his name. He says the break in pool is much like putting at golf. You can drive a ball for 30 yards, or sorry, 300 yards, but you can't putt. So you have to work on your putting, obviously.
Yeah. So we just got some feedback from our technical team, and they said that Pia actually muted herself, so it was her decision to play without the sound, I guess. It's okay.
Yeah,
we're still enjoying.
We did try, didn't we, Margaret? We tried.
Yeah, we did. We always try to.
We aim to please, but we don't come with any guarantees, I'm afraid. So nice stun shot here for the 3.
Really nice one.
Yeah, I'd really love to see her stay down just a little bit longer. And a few times she has sort of jumped up. Not often, but sometimes. Going for 10 points here, of course.
And the table looks pretty good so far.
It's a nice little out, this, isn't it? Just a nice little stun off the 7. 8, 9, and 10 all in a row. A bit like a practice routine, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. Really nice position to the 9. Now all she needs to do is just to draw back a little bit to the center of the table.
Back in the sun.
Good stroke. $10 points here for Pia FILLER. And the current score is 37-3. What a big score difference we have here in the second set, right?
It's the same problem, isn't it, Margaret? It's that break again.
Yeah. It's all the time the break. It's this little aspect which makes the bigger difference. But it's just nice to see for me that players who actually go in more far in the tournament are the players who work on their break, who work on every aspect of the game.
At least she's made one this time.
Yeah, that's great to see. And she takes ball in hand. Let's see if she could calm down her nerves a little bit and get the feeling back. Very important now to get the good position on the 3 ball. Probably almost straight or small angle. To find a way to the 4 ball, because the 5 ball is quite close to the rail, so she has to be sure she has a good angle to get to the 5 later. Oh wow.
Cheated the pocket a little bit.
Yeah, but it still went. That's the most important. The ball is in. And the angle looks good. It looks almost straight, the 3 ball. Now she can just play a stop shot, leave the angle on the 4 ball, and continue her run out. Oh, I was just about to say that it looks a little bit tricky because the cue ball is close to the cushion and she has to play with this close bridge from the rail.
She's really suffering, isn't she?
Yeah, so 3 points for her, and the current score is 37-6.
Yeah,
and we are back to Pia.
Even when her break is working for her, Margaret, she's just getting that little bit out of position here and there, nothing really flowing, and that's the problem, isn't it? The dry break, you don't get the chance to get your arm moving.
Mm-hmm. Oh, it looks like a dry break here for Pia.
It is.
That's a little problem I was explaining before about the soft break, because if the balls doesn't go to the side pocket, you have no chances to make any other balls.
Yeah.
So 0 points for Pia, and back to Yvonne. She still has chances. There is always a chance to come back.
Yeah,
Just she needs a combination of everything.
Yeah, absolutely. She hasn't had to sit out, has she, for a whole rack there with that miss there or with the dry break rather. So she's straight back to the table. So she won't be as cold as she has been during the match.
Okay, it looks good this time. 2 balls down. I believe she will take ball in hand. She doesn't want to take this risk now. Just needs to get back in the rhythm, make this 10 balls and score 10 points.
Are you ready for a question? Another one? You're getting lots of questions today. You're working overtime, Margaret.
Oh, really?
Richard Deigler asks, hey, Margaret, when your break falls off, like Yvonne's is, you've made adjustments and the adjustments don't work, what do you do? Do you then just hit harder? LOL.
Yeah, that's a good question, actually. Thank you for asking it. Yeah, first of all, you always have to see where the 2 balls, which are behind the 1, where they're traveling, whether they're traveling higher than the side pocket or actually lower. So then you have to make the speed adjustments. When that doesn't work, then all you can do is change the side from where you're breaking, or also you can try to move the cue ball a little bit closer to the long cushion, a little bit far away from the spot. Does it make sense? I hope I could explain it well. But it's always about your own table, because it's just so different on every type of the table. So you have to practice it before and watch what works for you in this exactly situation, because sometimes it could be the way you rack the balls. Maybe it's not tight enough. Maybe you have a little gap between the balls. So first of all, make sure that you're racking them really good without gaps. So the rack is tight 100%. Then you have to obviously focus on point where you hit the 1 ball. And when it's a good combination of everything, and you see that you do everything correct. You're hitting the rack good, you're racking right way. And if that doesn't work, it means that you should try to make these adjustments, probably move the cue ball a little bit or make speed adjustments. There are so many aspects which could affect 10 ball break. But yes, there is like a golden rule of every player that if you have 3 breaks in a row which doesn't work, change the side. Usually that's what players do when they play 9 ball.
Very interesting. I have if I could just add a little question to that. Do you have a speed that you're happy at, the power level that you're happiest using, and then do you just then keep the same power more or less, or do you have to change everything? Would you start by changing the position of the cue ball first time? Would you hit harder first time or softer first time, or the second time, say?
Well, I think it all goes, it's a good question, by the way, also. I think it's all about your pre-match preparation, because if you were working on your break before, you more or less know which speed works, right? So you try to keep the same speed all over and over again during your match. And when you see that you hit probably a little bit softer than you were practicing before, it means that you have to increase the speed a little bit. I think that makes sense.
And you know that by the way the 2 balls behind the 1 ball go.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Oh,
so there's
by the way,
8 points there.
8 points here for Yvonne. Pia is leading 37-14.
See in the mirror behind her that you've got the front and the back view of that cue arm as she breaks off. Fabulous, isn't it? And drops the elbow to get that lovely follow through. And she's made a ball in a different pocket this time as well. Made a ball in the top right hand corner as we look. Sometimes in a match when you look at somebody walking around and thinking, it's just nice to have a little bit of silence and to have your own thoughts in your head. What would I do here? How would I go about it?
Yeah, I think the biggest decision to make now if she actually needs to take ball in hand or she can play from the position. She's just judging all different angles, because I believe that 2 ball went in on the break, so she has to get position on the 3 now, and she's just checking which pocket she could play it in. But yeah, she decides to play safe and take ball in hand. Don't take much risk, because she's obviously ahead in the score. So with these 10 points, she will be fine.
Yeah, already 23 points ahead, of course, and she can go further ahead here. Richard says, thank you very much for answering his question on the break. He's asking, so if you miss the side low, it means you need to hit harder, right?
Right.
That's from Richard.
Yeah.
There you go, Richard. So next time you get on your table, in your club or in your home, practice different paces. That nice little piece of advice there, I'm actually going to try that as well, because my 10-ball break is awful.
Oh, she obviously didn't want to catch this contact with the 8. And she hooked herself with a 4-ball. I'm not sure she could even see the 4-ball. I believe she can't, so she has to kick it off the long rail.
This is certainly a tough shot, isn't it?
Yeah, it looks so. Very unfortunate from the position from 3 to the 4-ball. It was a great effort here by Pia, but she didn't make the 4. So 3 points for her. And she goes to 40 points. So the current score is 40 to 14. And let's see if Yvonne could make some adjustments on her break. Oh, see, she changed the place where she put the cue ball. So before she was breaking from the rail, right? And now she's breaking from the center.
No ball again.
But she still cannot hit the rack so square, and looks like she's just losing the cue ball after.
I mean, what would you change there? Would you concentrate more on centre ball striking? Make sure you're hitting the cue ball right in the centre?
Yeah, I think the most important is like hitting the one straight. So for that, you have to be sure that you're not adding any of the side English. Left to right, you have to be that straight in the center. So focus more on where you're hitting on the cue ball during the break. That could be a deciding moment. Looks like a dry break by Pia. Yeah, that's why like it's a beautiful when soft break works, but when it doesn't, it's really tough for other balls to find a way to the pockets because it's just so soft, so accurate.
Yeah, so you're relying on those 2 balls, aren't you? And that's it. If they don't go, and Yvonne's made one in the side.
Yeah, it's great to see.
Yeah, she didn't hit that quite so hard. I don't think she hit that one quite so hard, Margaret.
I think she just hit it really good in the center of the rack, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was just a good hit, and the result, the ball went straight to the side pocket. It's a good break in general. The position doesn't look so easy because look at the 2 ball is too close to the 4, and then the 3 ball goes close to the 7. So she has to find a good angle to get to the 2 ball. So to be able to get to the 3 ball after that. It's a bit tricky. Few things to think about, obviously.
Yeah, if the 4 wasn't there, it'd be no problem because she could just, that's the angle she wants, isn't it? It's close to where the 4 ball is. That's the kind of angle, so she can stun off and take the 3 down the left-hand corner.
Yeah, and she decides to not take ball in hand and play from the position, and it was obviously smart decision because with 15 points she could get closer to Pia. It's gonna make not so big difference already.
It's a tough shot now, slightly awkward cueing over this ball, And she needs to run this off the back rail, back out for the 3. That's what she's looking at now. Where's that cue ball going to strike?
Yeah.
If she gets any English on it, she's in danger of catching the ball. I think it's the 8 ball, is it? Or the 6 ball? The 6, I think.
Yeah, I think it's the 6 ball.
It'd be much easier if that 8 ball wasn't there, wouldn't it? Just a slight little interference.
Yeah, that's for sure. It's very uncomfortable to place the bridge now in this position.
So tough shot.
She hit it really good.
And there you go. She's caught. Oh, is she right? She might have the.
I'm not sure if she could actually play 3-7 combination in the side pocket. Is it possible to do that?
I think it's tough.
It's really tough, yeah, but I believe she doesn't have any other options here.
No.
If she could see the left side of the 3 ball, probably she could try to go for this combination because that's the only one opportunity here.
Pretty sure she can just catch the left hand side of the 3 ball as she looks. Is it one of them close your eyes and hit it hard and hope? It is.
Oh,
Look
wow.
at that. She's made
Look
the
at
7.
That shot.
Oh, and she's almost made the 10 as well. She made 2
Wow.
balls. What a shot, but look.
That was a great shot. It was like a trick shot. Very entertaining.
And even she's got a smile on her face with that one. I think she needs to pull out another one.
It's going to be another challenge right now. Really difficult shot now. First of all, she has to play off the ball, like the 10 ball is so close to the cue ball. And then she has to find two rails to get the position to the 6. 1, 2, it's perfect. What a great shot. And she's playing for 15 points, guys. She didn't take ball in hand.
No, she took the risk, didn't she?
Yeah, and she got rewarded, that's for sure.
She really did stroke that last pot so beautifully. Really got through the cue ball and held it into position. Really got a hold of it. I like to say.
Yeah, it was obviously a really good shot. Very solid hit. Looks good so far.
Yeah, just no drama here. Just a nice little soft draw maybe to the side round. Just noticed something there. Yeah, I've just noticed it again. Something to talk to you about, Margaret, after this shot. I think you know what I'm going to say. So glad she made that ball.
Yeah, and she's playing this 10 ball for 15 points.
I believe it's her first one, right? In the match.
Yes. Oh, look at the cue.
Oh.
No, it's okay. She made us nervous. Yeah. Wow, that's the first 15 points in this match. That's a great. So she got closer to Pia. So the current score is 40-29. And let's see the break of Pia FILLER.
As the break started to fail, the break started to go wrong.
Yeah, and see, she's like, you cannot see that she's doing something wrong because she's still hitting it really good, but it just doesn't work. And that's another problem of the soft break. You cannot rely 100% on it. It's really tough.
And we've got one of yesterday's players watching on the stream, Elise Key. She says her heart almost stopped when the white was going towards the pocket, then I guess she means, from the 10 ball.
Yeah.
And Tony Gonzalez was actually saying a prayer, and he says it paid off. Maybe you want to say another one now, because she's getting closer.
Yeah, and we would love to see the close match against these two players in the second set, but unfortunately, as you can see, again, she lost the cue ball control on the break. She didn't hit it straight in the one ball, so she didn't make the ball. So 0 points for Yvonne, and back to Pia.
Yeah, the difference between the two, I mean, forget about the pace. It's the squareness, as you say, that they're hitting the one ball so differently. You watch this now from Pia; she's hitting it so flat, straight up and down the table. But again, the break hasn't worked.
Yeah, if I would be her, I would do some changes right now because it's really hard to rely on the soft break over and over again. And she's got 3 in a row now, so it's a good sign. A good sign to change something.
A few people very pleased to see Yvonne making that 15 points. And there she's made the ball in the side. Perfect, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a perfect one. Look where the cue ball stopped after the break. It was a great hit. And she's got the position. She can play for another 15 points.
I think that's her best break of the day, Margaret.
I think so.
Say that, yeah.
I think so. Like, it was perfect cue ball control and the one ball control because it went like towards the corner pocket. And if she could make this 15 points now, she will take a lead first time in the match. And it will be very important and encouraging situation for her.
Yeah, I don't know about you, but I want to see a deciding set.
Oh yeah, it would be amazing for sure.
I hope you've got enough time to stay before you have to go off and practice again.
Yeah, I've got some time.
Do you ever get the feeling when you're watching games and commentating on them, you just want to get out and play? Do you get that feeling?
No, to be honest, I love doing this the same as I love playing. So for me, it's just relaxing time.
That's great to hear. Great to hear.
Yeah. Of course, I would love to get back to the table as soon as possible, but I also love to share my thoughts with people, and I hope that some advices could be helpful. So that's why I'm always saying that people could ask some questions in the comments on Facebook and the chat. So we try to answer them as much as we can.
Yeah, if you've got any questions for Margaret, ask away. She's more than willing to share her knowledge, and believe me, she's got a fantastic knowledge about this sport at such a young age, only 23, but a very, very old head on her shoulders. She's studied this game, studied every facet of this game, and she's learning all the time, and she would love to pass her learnings on to you.
Thank you, Mark. Great to hear that.
Oh, and that was not a nice hit. It was a little bit snatchy, a little bit quick.
What a shame. She really had a really great chance to get a lead. So it's 5 points here for Yvonne, but she's getting closer and closer, and it's all about Pia's break now.
Yeah,
she
and
has 34 points.
Sorry.
It's okay. I was just saying that Yvonne has 34 points now, and Pia is still on 40s.
Yeah, and of course with Yvonne playing much better now, it's put that little bit more pressure onto Pia, and she hasn't faced any pressure in this game, has she? So it's getting exciting.
It's really exciting, I would say. And now she has to think if she wants to take a risk and play for 15 points, or take ball in hand and go for 10 points. I'm not sure if the 2-9 combination is straight to the corner.
No, I don't think it is.
Because it could be a little bit tricky, this 2-ball.
She's got to take the ball in hand, surely. I mean, she can play the combo onto the 3 if the 2-9 isn't the combo, can't she?
Mm.
Don't know whether you consider that at all.
I think she's just checking all possible options to be sure that she chooses the right one. Yeah, she decides to take ball in hand. It's obviously not an easy table right here.
Alicia on Facebook also wants to see a third set. We all want to see a third set. Apart from here for FILLER, of course.
Yeah. We have a German battle today, guys. Yesterday we had American battle. 2 great American players faced each other in the first stage of the tournament. It was Jennifer Beretta versus Monica Webb. And today we have 2 Germans. And it's getting so exciting. And later today we have another great match at 4 p.m. Central European Time. It's Jasmine Ocean versus Kristina Zlateva. So stay tuned, watch us live on One Sports TV, Facebook, also YouTube channel, and we hope that you will enjoy it together with us.
Yeah, of course, it's the final day, isn't it, of round 1. It starts to get very, very serious from tomorrow. Not that it's not serious now, of course, but it gets even more serious tomorrow.
Of course, tomorrow will be the matches to get to the semi-final. More pressure. Let's see how players could handle that. I'm excited for my match already.
I was going to say, I bet you're looking forward to it already. You can't wait to get out there.
Yeah, to be honest. I just love to play. Like, my mentality for this event, not only for this event, but for every tournament is like, if you win, if you lose, you have to just take the lessons from your mistakes and work on it. Even if you won, there's always something to work on. So nothing changes in your life. You just keep going after every tournament. Just take the lessons from every mistake you made, write it down, and then work on it until the next one. And then this road never stops. It's like a circle.
Absolutely. And the saying that you learn.
It's all about learning.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Well, no, she made the, she made a combo in the side, I think.
Yeah, she decided to go for it.
Yeah.
But
yeah, she
the
made
thing is that
the five.
she did. Yeah, but the thing is that I don't think that the one ball passes through the three ball. Or she's playing one free combination. It's really tough to guess from this camera angle. She went for combination, was great effort. So 2 points.
Starting to get very, very interesting. I have a lovely message for you.
Yeah.
You're going to like this.
Bring it on. I'm excited already.
We have a message from a Lauren Dash. Have you heard of this lady?
Can you repeat it again?
Lauren Dash.
Well, I'm not sure.
Now, let me just tell you this then. She is watching in Jamaica.
Oh, wow, that's great.
And what makes it even more great, Margaret, is she's actually the #1 female player in Jamaica.
Wow, that's amazing. Congratulations with this great result and keep working hard. And I'm sure that you can achieve everything you're aiming for.
She said she aspires to get there one day, and she's learning a lot from watching this one pool tournament. And she finished by saying, "Come on, Pia." So obviously a Pia FILLER fan. But isn't that nice to know? Yeah,
that's great. That's really amazing.
Yeah, there you see Joshua on the left-hand side, look.
Yeah, husband is supporting his wife. It's always great to see that. Pia really needs a good break now.
Yeah, all inside.
It was beautiful. She made 2 balls. Actually, 3 balls.
3 now, wow.
Look at the 2 ball. What if it shouldn't be a problem? I think it goes to the bottom left corner.
I think she'll have to take ball in hand, don't you?
Yeah, I believe so.
Won't risk anything. Pindamonga says hi. Hello, everyone. That's Nonto, of course.
Hello, everyone who are joining us.
Yeah, we have the brilliant Belarusian in the commentary box today with us. We're very, very lucky to have Margaret Fifilova with us.
I can say the same about you. Really lucky to have you here with me.
I'm actually, you know, when I commentated on Kelly Fisher, she's been a hero of mine all my life. Growing up, followed her snooker career, first of all, of course. Commentating on her was very difficult. I got a little bit nervous. And I've got to say, you know, I don't often get nervous. But when I'm in the commentary box with somebody like you, it's always a little bit, you know, am I going to say something stupid? Am I going to say something wrong?
It's okay.
Your knowledge is so vast and so much better than mine, of course. But I'm not here for my pool expertise. You are.
I think the most important is just to be yourself and try to share as much information with spectators as possible. We're just all sharing our own passion. And it's great how this format unites people from all over the world. It's just great to see this.
Yeah, we've still got 124 people with us on the Facebook feed. That's just on Facebook, of course, but also on YouTube for the Predator One Pool Women's Cup Day 3, of course.
Really good position now. PM8 for the 5 ball. She has a good, comfortable angle,
she's
but
missed it.
she overcut it.
Do you know,
And
she's
6 points. 6 points for Pia in this rack. And we are back to Yvonne. And let's see if she could get closer to Pia.
I did notice a little fault that I saw in Pia, or not a fault, but something that she's been doing a little too often today. She's jumping up off on the shot.
Yeah, I noticed that too.
Yeah. Oh, when she's scratched now.
Oh no.
She's
it was such a good break, but she scratched. Very unfortunate. So 0 points for Yvonne in this inning, and the score is 48 to 34, sorry.
So let's watch this break.
Yeah, we have another chance to enjoy Pia's soft break.
I think she's changed position slightly.
I was about to say the same, but I wasn't sure.
Yeah, she did. She changed. She's standing slightly to the right. I'll tell you how I know, because of the mirror.
Because of the mirror, yeah. I also noticed that.
Yeah.
That looks like it doesn't work this time also. So 0 points for Pia.
So Yvonne is not out of this set yet. Put a lot more into that break then, didn't she? But she didn't control the white again. And it's a dry, I think. Yeah. Really has been thorn in her side today. Yeah. Joshua Filler there watching on the Facebook, telling her that it's her break.
I think Yvonne still has good chances to win the second set. The difference in points is not so big, and looks like Pia's having a little troubles with her soft break this time again. So once again, 0 points.
3 in a row? Is that 3 in a row, Margaret?
No, it was 2 in a row.
Oh, 2 in a row.
2 in a row for Pia, and for the moment, 3 in a row for Yvonne.
So 5 dry breaks in a row. What's the chances of that?
Oh, she lost the cue ball again.
Yeah,
look at that one. She didn't hit the rack straight. So another dry break by German's Yvonne ULLMANN. And let's see if Pia could make some adjustments and make it work this time.
Yeah, she's standing much squarer on this time. And now she's made the ball in the side.
It looks good.
Yeah, much better control. She's got a shot on the one as well. Won't take it though, I don't think. I don't think it passes the 5, does it?
Yeah, I think she just needs to take ball in hand now and secure 10 points for herself, because of the 5 ball. It's on the way to the pocket, so she cannot actually play the 1 ball there. She can play the combination, but the score they have now, it's like not so critical point. She can afford 10 points for herself and she will be fine.
And she'll be just 2 points, 2 balls away, of course, from victory, 2 sets to 0. And this table looks lovely, doesn't it? The layout is, there's no complications here.
Yeah, I love it. Very important will be to get a good angle from 6 to 7. So just to not create any complications for herself.
Christian Arias just mentioning that Monica and Jennifer's match got so exciting towards the end. Monica never gave up right until the end.
Yeah, it was beautiful to watch. Both players are so competitive. It's just nice to watch two competitive players in this format. Even as you mentioned before, Mark, Jennifer was so excited to play. So even when she already finished the rack, she got enough points for the win. She just wanted to be sure that she will clear the table completely till she makes the last 10 ball. It says so much about her athlete spirit, about this, how competitive, how hungry she is for the win. And yes. it's just amazing to watch.
Somebody actually made a beautiful comment on exactly what you just said. They said she's so professional that she wouldn't feel that she'd won unless she cleared the table, and that's why she carried on to clear the table, which I thought was kind of nice.
That's very well said.
And we have another question for you from Dardy Meeks. And they say, good morning. What is the best or most professional way to grid my table, please? I guess that means the drill lines, right? Is that what she means?
I'm not sure, to be honest.
Okay. Could you be a little bit more specific, Dardy Meeks, please? Tell us exactly what you meant. Sorry for not being able to answer just yet, but we will, I promise you.
And Pia is going for 10 points, by the way. And if she's going to run out this rack, she will be just 2 points ahead from winning the set and winning the match.
She's gone a little bit far there, hasn't she? Now going to have to go past the 10, back up for the 9.
I think it looks good. She's obviously not straight, but she has not so big angles, so I believe she could just draw back a little bit and get the good angle on the 9. I'm not sure if she decides to go 2 rails, play a bit harder, or just soft draw and control the cue ball without touching the rails.
I'm not sure. I thought she
goes 2 rails. Yeah.
Making sure.
She feels more comfortable this way, obviously, if the cloth is new, so probably it was the right decision. And the angle was bigger than we saw.
Yeah, she's going to have to make a carom onto the 10 here, isn't she? She's just got to trust to luck where it finishes, really. Could even pot it if she draws a little bit off of the 9. She'll certainly be sending it towards that pocket. If she plays it with draw, of course, she could just try and run through it.
Yeah, I think so. Very important to control the speed now to be sure that the 10 ball stays playable. You can actually make it after. Shouldn't be so hard shot.
Yes.
Oh, it doesn't look so good.
I think she can make this
10. It was like she had to play it either softer or a bit harder. Curious if she's gonna cut this 10 ball or she's going for the bank. She's a pretty good banker, by the way. She banks good. Not an easy shot, especially playing with a bridge. Let's see how she can manage it. Oh, wow, that was beautiful.
Oh, thought she was going to.
That was so tricky one, but that was beautiful with a bridge. So extremely tough shot. Very well played. So 10 points for Pia. And the score is 58-34. And let's see if Yvonne could get a little bit closer and give a challenge to Pia. She hit it good this time. And see, like, even though it was soft, the 5 ball went straight to the side pocket.
Yeah.
But she has a really tough table to play. She obviously has a really difficult table.
Yeah, the question from Dudley Meeks, who actually is a pro player as well, who represents the Caribbean. They mean the drill lines. What is the best? I understand now. What is the best way to do them? She doesn't want to ruin the cloth. Just with the normal marking pencil, I guess, is it? Or how would you do it?
I think I would do it with, there are special pencil, like the white color, special pencil for the cloth. So I would do it with that because I don't really like this permanent marks on the cloth because, you know, sometimes cloth is stretched and still in process. So I really try to avoid all permanent marks there.
That's
oh, look at that.
So just 2
So
points
7
there.
balls left on the table. So yeah, the one which made with fall doesn't count. So it's 2 points for Yvonne. And the current score is 58-36. And Pia needs just 2 balls to win the match. And let's see how her break. How about the break now? How it's gonna work this time? Maybe she can finish even with making 2 balls on the break.
There's 1.
8 ball went in, and now she only needs 1 ball. So of course she takes ball in hand and makes 1 ball.
Yep.
1 ball for the win.
Thanks, Troy, for sharing and liking. Thank you very much for that.
Great one. So Pia wins the first match of this session we have here. Really good performance. I think she has to unmute herself now because we cannot hear her.
Yeah, hi girls. Yes. Can you hear, ladies?
I think Yvonne.
Hello, yes.
Yeah, no, Pia is okay now. She's unmuted. And Yvonne.
Okay.
Yvonne has to unmute herself. Yvonne, can you please press like the microphone because you're muted? We cannot hear you.
Maybe we can go to Yvonne.
I'm not sure if she understands us.
Okay, can we go to Pia first of all?
Yep.
Yep. Hi, Pia. Mark White and Margaret Fefilova commentating on your game. Just like to say congratulations, of course. You're into round 2. And your break on the hole today was quite good, I thought. Lovely, soft break, making the 2 balls in the side pockets most of the time. But there was a time during the match when it started to fail a little bit. What did you change? Did you change something? Did something change in the conditions or what?
Well, actually, I'm not sure because during practice and at the beginning of the set, everything worked well on the break. So I was a little bit confused, but yeah, maybe it was just my stroke. I don't know. So I just changed the side, went to the left side before I was breaking from the right side. So and it started working again, but still, I don't know, was a little confused about that. And yeah, but now it's over. I mean, it worked good all in all, so it's okay.
I can't finish without asking you one question. Margaret and I have been talking about these mirrors behind you, and obviously they're for training mirrors. Do they not put you off when you play? Can you not see yourself when you're playing and it doesn't put you off?
No, of course the mirrors are for practice, but if you're playing on a table, I mean, if you are on good concentration, you shouldn't see yourself.
No. Well,
That's
congratulations, fabulous. Margaret, would you like to say a few words?
Congratulations, Pia. It was really
Thank
nice. I
you.
was mentioning to Mark that it's just great to see both of you playing again, because it's been a really long time since we competed in one field on European stage, and it's just great to see you in action. And congratulations. It was a great match. Good luck in the next round.
Thank you. You too.
Thank you.
Thank you, Pia. So can we now have a little chat, I wonder? We can. Hello. Can you hear us?
I hear you.
You hear us? Hi, Yvonne.
Perfect.
So how do you feel after that? I mean, you suffered with the break today, right? In this format, it's really tough and brutal if you don't get the break right.
Yes, I had a really big problems with the break. I practiced the last 4 days. It was okay, but today, yes, it don't work.
With me is Margaret FILLER, of course. And Margaret, would you like to say a few words to bad luck, by the way, and hope to see you again very, very soon. Thank you.
Yeah, I really hope to see both of you guys in real life soon, as soon as possible. And I still hope that European Championship will take place and we could see each other. And good luck to both of you. It was a great match, very exciting to watch. And thank you for joining us. And we hope that you enjoyed this one-pool format as a good practice.
Thank you.
I really enjoyed it. Thank you.
Thanks to
Thank
you.
you so much.
See you later.
Bye.
Thank you, Yvonne. Okay, so it just remains for us to say, Margaret, bye. You need to go off and get some practice. And we've got a great match to look forward to at 4 p.m. this afternoon, Central European summertime. It is Jasmine Ocean comes into the fray. She will be playing against Kristina Zlateva, and that is at 4 p.m. Thanks for everyone that's joined us on one pool on the Predator one pool Women's Cup this morning. We'll see you in just a short while. Thank you so much, Margaret. It's always a pleasure. Fantastic to be with you again.
Mine. Thank you, Mark. Thank you for great commentary. See you later, guys.